Kayo ay nakikinig kay Kapitan Peter Wasi
Sino ka di?
on 98.7 Z Radio.
Tarati ka ya.
Kapitan Peter Wasi, Usapang Legal. Kayo ay nakikinig kay Kapitan Peter Wasi sa Usapang Legal on 98.7 Z Radio.
Ang galing-galing. Basta ka, Peter Waseng. Thank you.
Lumaiban, inabuan di buwan. Maid makakumaan kang sikay nan matamay kanagbulinawan.
Ang galing-galing basta ka, Peter Wasi.
Diyak pakabasulan Isnang iyak mangidandanunan Layat kong si ay maatangan ay ngam ay pa.
Sige, ang ating oras alas 11 en punto na, usapang legal. At siyempre, makasama natin ang ating nataraking abogado, Atty. Benny Bomogao. Good morning.
Hello, good morning kanakiw amin. Nga kakailian nga dumdumngag itatangag sapa dagiti kakadwa tayo nga farmers nga han nga kumpleto ti aldawdano awan ti transistor da nga kapwasing ijay garden da. And dagiti kasama natin sa public transport, yung mga may bahay po, mga misis, and yung mga nasa opisina nila, at sa mga nandyan sa lansangan, sa palengke, at lahat po ng nakikinig sa amin sa C Radio, naimbag nga agsapa tayo amin, gawis ay agsapa. And ito po, usapang legal, kaya legal po ang ating pag-usapan, at sa lahat po ng may mga saludsod or mga katanungan na legal, pakitext lang po sa 0929-791-5392 or mag-comment po kayo sa comment section ng Facebook Live at sa CP number ni Apo Kapwasing, yung number mo pare.
Okay, yung ating text line 0928-8511-600. Yun. Okay, kamusta ka na, partner?
Siyempre, we are witnessing another history in the making dito sa ating bansa tungkol sa Senate trial or impeachment of our Vice President Sara Duterte.
Okay, napansin ko ang gagaling ng mga abogado nila.
Magagaling ba?
Oo.
Sa'yo magagaling? Magagaling. Wala namang bubong abogado eh. Lahat ng abogado magagaling.
Magagaling. Hindi, pero ngayon lang natin nakikita kasi hindi naman natin napapanood palagi sila.
Oo. Makikita nyo lang mga abogado dun sa courtroom.
Oo.
Kasi dun sa mga pelikula, yun stage play yun. Pero pag sa actual, punta kayo sa courtroom, at dito sa tinutunghayan natin na impeachment trial, doon talaga ang trial. Halos parehas naman ang procedure na ginagawa sa Senate at sa court. May pre-trial, may marking of evidence, no? At siyempre, parehas din yung style, may presentation, direct examination, and cross-examination ng depensa, mga ganyan. So,
bakit nga pala, partner, ang dami nilang abogado?
Siyempre, ang mga abogado kasi kanya-kanyang expertise yan. May expert sa criminal, sa iba't ibang sangay, no? Kasi yung depende sa kaso na final sa kanya. Kailangang may alam din sa accounting yung iba. Kasi ito, it speaks of money, mga pera. Magaling din sa banking and finance, mga ganyan. At siyempre, kung ikaw ang isang pinailan ng kaso, you have all the opportunity to get as many lawyers as you can afford.
So kahit dito rin sa ating mga local courts, pwedeng ganun?
Pwede naman.
Pwedeng 5 ang abogado mo
Ay,
na
pwede.
mag-represent sa'yo?
Oo, kung gusto mo, kaya mong magbayad ng
Tapos,
4 na abogado.
Tapos merong pinaka-lead counsel.
May
ganun.
lead counsel dyan or lead prosecutor. Kaya nga, may dun sa impeachment, may lead prosecutor, may mga co-prosecutors. Oo. So, bakit ba nandito tayo sa stage na
Impeachment.
to? Of course, kasi sa ating constitution, ang mga presidente, vice president, members of the judiciary, yung mga justices of the Supreme Court, and commissioners of the constitutional bodies, yung Commission on Audit, Commission on Election, Civil Service Commission, yan yung mga tinatawag natin na constitutional bodies. The commissioners can only be removed through an impeachment. Impeachment. And of course, the ombudsman. These are the impeachable officers under our Constitution. Article 11, Section 2 of our Constitution.
So pati president pwede?
President, yes. Kaya nga, it already happened, no? For 3 officers. President Estrada, ito, Vice President Sara, and Justice, yung Supreme Court Justice noon. No, nakalimutan ko na yung pangalan. Yon. So, sino pa kaya ang susunod na ma-impeach?
Gaano katagal itong ginagawa or gaano katagal ang hearing nito?
Siyempre, depende yan sa proseso ng ating Senado. Kung kailan matatapos, silang po ang makakaalam.
So, itong hearing everyday hanggang matapos to?
Yun yata yung nakalagay sa kanila, no? Na everyday. Pero nasa kanila yun. Whatever is their rules, procedure, nasa kanila yan. It's only the Senate which can determine kung araw-arawin ba ang kanilang pagbista or trial in this impeachment. To impeach meaning to ano bang meaning ng impeachment? Impeachable, to impeach. If you impeach a witness, parang i-discredit mo. Yan, i-discredit mo ang isang tao.
Okay.
Yan. You discredit a person. Ito sa mga opisyal na na-impeach, you discredit them that they are not they are no longer fit to assume their position for violation of the Constitution. At ito ang mga violations na pwedeng i-impeach ang isang impeachable officer.
No.
According to Section 2 Article 11 of our Constitution, ito ang mga impeachable offense. Culpable violation of the Constitution. Meron bang na-violate na constitutional provision? Treason. Treason, na ikwangay. Yung, among di treason?
Traidor.
Traidor. Yung pagtatraidor sa bansa.
Oh.
Ngayon. Bribery. yung bribe, you meaning that you offer something, money, influence, property, credit, interest to a person in order to get what you want, no? You bribe in or for that person to do something in your favor. Yan. And of course, graft and corruption. Yan ang pangungurakot. In the Philippines, we have the anti-graft and corrupt practices and yung law against yung ill-gotten wealth, yung pandarambong. Yon, no? And other high crimes or betrayal of public trust. Yan, other high crimes. Treason, yan pa betrayal of public trust, meaning that you already di ba, if we take oath, di ba, take oath tayo as barangay official, as sanggunian or kagawad, mayor, governor, you already betray the trust of the people that is reposed in you. Na? Ikaw, public official ka, you are the trust of the people is given to you through the voting, at because of that, pag gumawa ka ng something that is against their interest or against the interest of the people, then that is betrayal of public trust. All other public officers, employees may be removed from office as provided. And other officials, they can be removed from the public office, officials or employees. They can be removed from their office in accordance with law. Ang kwan dyan, yung civil service law. So yon ang rason kung bakit nandito tayo sa impeachment. Because the law, our Constitution provides for it as a means of check and balance. What is the purpose of this? As a means of check and balance by the legislature against the executive, the judiciary, the ombudsman, and other impeachable officers. So, ganyan ka-powerful ang ating Kongreso. That is a power that is reserved only to the legislative department.
Okay. Basahin ko nga lang ito, partner. Sabi ni JP, kaya si Senator Maleta, kung si Marcoleta, ipinagyabang na may nag-donate ng milyon-milyon at ang resulta may kaso. At kay si Ruto naman, sabi niya, halos lahat naman ng opisyal corrupt.
Sabi ko nga, if you are not sinful, you cast the first stone. Di ba? Sabi doon sa Biblia, aral sa Biblia. Siguro, kung ganun ang patakaran, walang kwan. Walang mahahabla.
Na ano? Paano?
Na, siyempre, sabi doon, if you are not sinful, pag wala kang kasalanan, ikaw ang unang magbato.
Magbato.
Yan.
Oh.
Sa Kongreso, sino kaya ang walang kasalanan sa kanila?
Hindi kasi yung... Itong sabi ni Texter ko halos lahat naman corrupt. Bakit isa lang yun na-impeach?
Siyempre, weather lang yan, di ba? Weather lang. Ito, siyempre, they are the present administration, may nakita or nakikita sila na kamalian siguro doon sa ating Vice President. That's why ginaganyan siya.
Pero yung mali nila, hindi nakikita na.
Yung mali nila, ay siyempre, sila ang nasa pwesto
Oh.
eh. Sinong magpapile sa kanila eh? Control nila yung legislature.
Hmm.
Oh. Pag control mo ang legislature, control mo ang lahat ng agencies of government, sinong magpapile ng kaso sa'yo?
Hmm.
So, hintayin na mawala siya sa pwesto, tsaka yung susunod, papailin din siya. Ganun lang yun.
So, ibig sabihin, walang awanti limpyo.
Awanti limpyo, weather lang yan. Kunada. Kitkitan tayo niya. We will discuss later the articles of impeachment nga infiled against Sara Duterte. No kitkitam da ito'y. Sino ayati official. Official nga hanpulos nga ngumato ti kuana. Ngumato ti asset na niya. Dagijay. Sino ayat ti official nga awan pulos ti inaramin na nga something that is adaman. Ada ti basit, ada ti dakkel. Iso nga kitan tayo. Iso na lang gamin ti nakita. Pero kung if honest to goodness, mag-imbestiga lahat, wala na sigurong matitira sa kanila. Baka ganun.
Oo naman.
Baka walang matira sa kanila eh.
Parang ang tinutumbok mo, lahat naman yan magnanakaw. Kanya lang, yung isa nahuli.
Yung isa may nahuhuli.
Yung iba hindi.
Yung iba hindi. Yung iba, konti lang. Yung iba, mas malaki. May butiki. Anong susunod sa butiki?
Wala akong alam.
Bayawak. Butiki, same family, butiki.
Bayawak.
Buaya. So, ganun yun eh. May butiki, may bayawak, may buhaya. So, yun. So,
yung nga palang kwan, yung ating mga military, yung mga ating mga PNP, pwede rin bang ma-impeach?
Wala eh, because they are
Hindi pwede.
not one of those covered under our Constitution as impeachable employees or officials of government. Meron tayong batas, yung Graft and Corrupt Practices Act, no? At yung meron pang isa, yung sabi ko, yung batas against yung pandarambong. Sa Tagalog, pandarambong.
Yung kwan, yung barangay official, pwede ma-impeach?
Hindi. Wala yun eh.
Wala yun?
Wala.
Okay.
Wala doon.
So, yung mga local natin dito?
Wala.
Wala rin?
Wala rin.
So, yung mga kwan lang?
So, yung na-mention lang,
yung na-mention mo lang kanina?
doon sa Constitution as impeachable officers. So, President, Vice President, members, justices of the Supreme Court, the Ombudsman, and Constitutional Commissioners. Commission on Audit, COA, Civil Service, COMELEC. Yan, yung mga constitutional bodies natin. So, sila po. So, ano ba ang sinasabi ng ating legislature? Particularly yung House of Representatives. Kasi ang nanggagaling yung paghahabla sa House of Representatives. Yung sa mababang kapulungan, kung nana niya, mga congressman. At ang judges ay ang senators. So, yan ang nakalagay sa Constitution natin. So, ano ba yung hinabla kay Vice President? Ito. I was able to download 23 pages ng article of impeachment.
Pero hindi natin kayang basahin yan sa ating programa.
So, ito yung isa. One is Article 1. So, Articles of Impeachment 1. Ito. Respondent, Vice President. Ito raw yung mga kinumit ni VP Sara that is impeachable or which constitute an offense that is impeachable. Respondent, Vice President Sara Z. Duterte committed culpable violation of the Constitution, graft and corruption, and betrayal of public trust through the systematic, ito raw ang ginawa. How is that graft and corruption or betrayal of public trust or culpable violation of the Constitution was committed or were committed by Sara? Ito raw. One is through systematic misuse, misappropriation, and irregular liquidation of confidential funds amounting to 500 million pesos released to the office of the Vice President and 112 million 500,000 pesos released to the Department of Education. So, yun. Ito raw, yung mga hindi paggamit ng wasto in accordance with accounting procedures, yung 500 million under his Office of the President.
Yun yung kwan niya. Yun yung kaso niya.
Tapos, yung 112,500,000 na na-release sa Department of Education.
Okay.
So remember that VP Sara was appointed as department or secretary ng DepEd.
Okay.
So ano ba yung mga sinasabi dito? I'll just mention yung mga nakita ko na salient na sinasabi. Itong safe house, yung pagbabayad daw ng 16 million sa safe house for rental for just 11 days. Ito sabi niya, the Commission on Audit flagged transaction during the period involves approximately 16 million reportedly disbursed for safe house rentals within an 11 period in 2022. Based on audit observation, certain rental arrangement reached as high as 250,000 pesos per day. Parang yun daw ang lumalabas na nagrenta ng 250,000 pesos per day, which is, sabi ng ating mga mambabatas, ay very, very irregular. Yan. At yung 16 million na for safe house rentals for just 11 day period in 2022. Antay nga mo, these are allegations. Remember, kakabsat nga, allegations are yet to be proven. Nga pa'y, tibagbagada. Falsified liquidation report. Siyempre, dito 500 million and the 112,500,000 kat ibagbagada nga there were falsification of liquidation report. Iso ti allegations na data. Kung na pa'y, the pattern persisted in 2023 dahil ito'y panagbayad na nga iti rental for, we do not know, for safe houses. Respondent caused the release and utilization of 375 million in confidential funds for the OVP and 112 million yung sinasabi ko in confidential fund for the DepEd, all of which were similarly marked for by deficient documentation, questionable purposes, and unbearable outcomes. So ito, kini-question ng ating mga babatas yung paano nila ginamit o dinisburse yung perang ganun. So, nungay ko na napadre, 112 million kas pangarigan in disburse ko iti 11 days. Kat naurnong dayta nga rental wino obligation ti opisina. Sada lang na i-release. Mabalin di nga tanga palusot. Ta siyempre, sika, confidential funds na ito eh. It's a confidential funds. Confidential. No confidential, kas ano ba gamin nga ko. How is it liquidated ba, yung confidential funds? Can you liquidate it after? Siguro, hamot siguro nga, ibinigat nga, iliquidate mo. Mabalin nga quarterly, mabalin nga biannual, mabalin nga maming pingsan. Ano ya? So that if you paid your obligation for 1 year, for a day, lang nga binayadam, kat mabalin. Ano ya? Sikaman. Ano ito style niya barangay?
No.
How do you liquidate yung mga gastusin? Pwede bang ililiquidate ba yan araw-araw or monthly or every 2 months or quarterly? Gastusan nyo ti barangay. How do you liquidate?
Wala ako naman yan. Tinawin.
Tinawin.
Right.
So meaning, in 1 year, you liquidate whatever you have spent for the whole year. Baka di, kasi nga, tikwa. Style na. What we do not know. So yon ang sinasabi ng prosecution or yung ating mga mambabatas. To conceal these acts, respondent caused the preparation and submission of falsified liquidation reports and thereafter certified under oath that the funds were properly utilized despite the absence of sufficient, credible, and lawful supporting documentation. Yun ang kwan. There's liquidation pero wala daw na supporting documentation. Halimbawa, sa barangay, binayad natin sa labor sa pagpapagawa ng CR, ayan, 20,000. Yun ang nakasulat. Pero walang documentation. Ano yung documentation? Yung payroll ng gumawa, yung ginastos sa kwan. Halimbawa, if it was done administratively or ginawa ng barangay na hindi na pinakontrata, yung mga resibo ng mga biniling materialis, wala. So, how can it support yung 20,000 na ginastos mo sa pagpapagawa ng CR? So, ganun ang ibig sabihin ng liquidation report with documentation. Picture. Picture ng nalpas. Nung ngay na panda jacket, awan gayam, Goose Project. Kasla nga, ano di ay? Ano di project nga Goose? Ibagabgada. Yung controversial ngayon.
Flood control.
Flood control. Flood control. And after the implementation of the project. But, nung puntahan nila, wala palang nakitang flood control doon. Ano ang pinaka-best na rason, Padre? Kung walang makitang flood control?
Hindi ko alam yun. Kung wala namang makita, paano ko magrarason?
Inanod ng
Inanod
flood. Inanod ng flood yung flood control. Di nawala. Pero, ito yung mga picture, nagawa yan. Di ba?
Pero nung pinuntahan, wala.
Nung pinuntahan, wala. Kasi inanod ng flood yung flood control. Ano ba naman yan? So, ganon. And, yung mga disbursements, sinasabi nila na yung mga na-disburse, na may nagpirma na nakuha nila, yung pera, may mga nag-disown. May nagsabi na hindi ko naman nakuha yan. Yan. Yung sinasabi. So, sabi rito, reports of hearings before the House of Representatives Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability bear multiple sworn testimonies attesting to irregularities in the handling of confidential funds. Witnesses testified, among others, that special disbursing officers merely release funds upon instruction of respondent Sarah to persons outside the proper disbursement channels without knowledge of their ultimate use, that officials were made to sign liquidation reports without being shown supporting documents, and that the alleged beneficiaries of certain expenditures categorically denied receiving any funds. Parang yung napolis, di ba? Yung napolis, may mga organizations na sinasabi na recipients of the money. Pero upon verification, sinasabi ng mga alleged beneficiaries na hindi naman sila nakakuha. Ayon, yun ang sinasabi ng allegations ng ating mga mambabatas. Yapay.
So, okay. Yung mga yan, ang mga, ano ba tawag doon? Alleged ba? Ang
Oo.
tamang terminology?
Alleged pa rin eh. Alleged pa rin kasi
Alleged.
hindi naman napatunayan.
Okay.
Oo.
Kapag ka natapos na yung hearing, kasi maraming nagtatanong kung paano yung kung pagka ibagada no makonvict winusan.
When?
Di ba?
Whether guilty or not guilty.
Guilty or not guilty. Kunyari, pagbubutusan na.
Pagbubutusan na rito eh.
No guilty or not guilty.
When?
Okay. So, tiagbutos, diyan ay present.
Of course,
Ang kasali dagdi nakabalod.
kuna na to eh. Agoreta kitaan ta. Let us see yung kung ilang member yung kailangan para ma-impeach yung tao. Alright. Sa impeachment kasi, at least 1/3 of all the members of the House shall be necessary either to affirm the articles of impeachment. So, more than 1/3 members of the House yung nag-file, yung nag-sign, nag-signify na ma-file yung kaso. Ngayon, yung trial natin, yung pinaka-quest nila ay yung Senado. Yung Senado. Alright? Alright? And then, ang penalty ng impeachment lang ay removal from office and disqualification to hold any other office in the Philippines. Yun ang penalty. But can they be...
Hindi na siya pwedeng tumakbo.
Hindi na siya pwedeng tumakbo.
Okay.
Ngayon, ilan ang kailangan na boto ng members of the Senate para ang isang tao ay makonvict?
Okay.
Tingnan natin dito. 2/3. I think it's 2/3 eh. Tingnan natin yun, ano? So, at least 2/3 members of the Senate. Ilan ang 2/3? Ikwaman.
So, meaning,
24.
sakbing maman di 2/3 partner.
Oh.
Ti pangalaam ti 2/3, J24.
J24 ata members of the Senate.
Hangay dyan ay present.
At present, we have 24 members of the Senate.
As of now, 22. Nakabalot ti 2.
But they are still senators.
So,
They're still senators.
So, ibig sabihin nito, yung 2/3, computation niya ng 2/3
When?
galing sa 24.
Galing sa galing sa 24.
Okay.
So
16.
2 divided by 3 equals apa nga 2/3. So sinasabi nila nga 2/3 is 16. 16 members of the Senate. So ilan ba ang kwan dito? Impeachment is both legal and political. Yan, political exercise in the sense that this is the exercise of the power of our Congress to impeach a impeachable officer. So that is political. And political because it is by numbers. And it involves also. You cannot separate, no. Although ito siyempre, yung mga senator judges natin, they took oath to be neutral. To be neutral. But you cannot say that. We are only human being. Tingnan nyo sa Amerika, yung impeachment, di ba? Na-impeach naman ni Trump. Ilan ang Republican, ilan ang Democrat. So, talagang bipartisan yan. It is still partisan. Timang ibagbaga nga haan, ay sus, you're not living in reality. So, it's still political. Legal because it is a process under our Constitution. So, bahala na. Nasa konsensya ng ating mga judges to appreciate the evidence. The evidence. So, if 2/3 of the members of the Senate will agree that VP Sara is guilty of the 4 articles of impeachment, ma-impeach siya.
Kung yung sinasabi nila na 16 na senator ang papabor para makuan si Vice President. Parang hindi ko maubos maisip kung saan magagaling yung 16.
Yung 16. Kasi yung faction,
kasi bias naman yung kuan eh.
nakikita naman natin.
Kitang-kita naman.
Kitang-kita. We should open our eyes that there is really political bias in these proceedings. Kahit siguro yung ordinaryong tao nakikita niya na may pagka-bias. Although meron siguro na mga itong sinasabi kay Sara Duterte, siguro may katotohanan yung iba, but kung minsan yun nga, kung if you are zeroing in yung accusation to just a person, one person, and your eyes are blind to other persons who have committed more than the one you are persecuting or prosecuting, there is already bias. Anong tawag doon? Yung mata ng hustisya ay hindi na bulag. Nakamulagat.
Maalala ko nga pala, partner.
Wala nang neutrality.
Yung bang presiding officer, boboto kapag nagkaroon ng tie o hindi? Kasama na siya sa 16.
Kasama na siya sa boboto doon.
Kasama na
siya sa
So, yung presiding officer, no need na magantay ng tabla.
Na magtabla.
Kasama na siya doon sa pagboto.
Kailangan bumoto rin.
Okay.
Kasi 2/3 of the members. I don't know. Yung nila sa Senado, yung rules nila. No?
Pero partner, naniniwala ka ba na mayroong 16 na buboto dyan na para si Vice President? 16?
In reality,
bilbilang kawan eh.
parang wala.
Kawan eh.
Parang wala. Oo. In reality,
So, hindi kaya tayo nagsasayang ng pera ng gobyerno?
Kaya
dito
nga sabi
sa
nila,
ginagawa ng
magkano ang ginagastos ng ating gobyerno sa daily trial nito. Nakita ko yun eh. It costs billions. Once it is finished, it costs the government billions. Pero yung ibang mas malaki na bagay ay hindi naman pinagtutuunan ng pansin. O kaya kung pinagtutuunan ng pansin, pahapyaw lang. Agin-agin tapno, dati ko nada nga mararamid met as against their allies. I do not know, but that's how we see it. Dati panangkitan ti da duma, your opinion might not be the same with mine, but that is only an opinion, an appreciation, hindi necessarily true. Di ba? Yan. Kaya ang mga opinion namin dito ni Kapwasing ay sa amin-amin lang po yun. At not necessarily the truth. Kaya ganun yan. Opinion is opinion. So yun ang sinasabi. Isa sa mga articles of incorporation. Sinasabi pa nila na non-existent recipients. Di ba? May report daw na yung mga tumanggap ng pera kung saan na-disburse ay sinasabi na inexistent o wala o walang pangalan sa datos ng PSA. Yeah? So, confidential funds. Di siyempre, pwede ba yung mag-alias ka lang? Confidential eh. So everything you do, confidential. If you are running a spy network, kailangan confidential. Even the true names of that person na mga spies ninyo, you should not reveal. And there should not be a revelation. I do not know how our system in the intelligence community would do this. Ano ba yung hindi natin alam kung paano nila nililiquidate yan eh. Yung mga intelligence fund na yan. Kung binigyan mo ba ng pera ang isang tao to give you some information, do you need to tell the name of that person? The true name. Adipay no adan to ti kalaban ijay. Makita dati ustungan jay spy mo niya. Or intelligence officer mo. Ay diya gayam ti usaranda isunati ko Entayo man liquidaten diay. Tapno madep. Mga ganyan ba? So, sinasabi pa ng ating ito. Example ng of at least 1,287 individuals na nag-receive daw na beneficiary, yes. Na beneficiary ng pag-disburse ng intelligence fund na ito ay hindi ma-verify daw ang pangalan sa datos ng ating Philippine Statistics Authority or PSA. Halimbawa, yung mga pangalan na Mary Grace Piatos, Milky Sikoya, and Kokoy Villamin, they have no PSA records. Kaya nga sinasabi natin na in intelligence, do you need to tell the true name of the person that is involved? Especially kung yan ay very delicate yung trabaho. It speaks about national security. Do you have to tell that? Yan ang mga katanungan. Ngayon, sinasabi rin dito na yung mga disbursement daw ay nagawa lang for 24 hours. Sabi dito, Rabil Madriaga executed an affidavit dated November 29, 2025 and supplemental affidavit dated April 11, 2026 stating that he was a close aide of respondent and that she personally instructed him to deliver Office of the Vice President confidential funds to various locations in Laguna and Quezon City to persons not lawfully authorized to receive the funds. He complied with these instructions and asserted that the funds were in fact disbursed in less than 24 hours contrary to reports indicating an 11-day period. Yun ang sinasabi nila. yung pera na sinasabi nila na na-disburse ng 11 days, hindi. Sabi nung nag-affidavit, it was only for 24 hours. Question, if you disburse it for 24 hours, not 11 days, meron bang kwan? Is there a difference? So, titingnan natin, saan ka ba? Doon sa witness na nagsabi niyan, saan ka pumunta? Sa Laguna. Anong oras ka nag-jump off? Or umalis sa tahanan mo? Ilang oras mong ginugol? Ilang taong pinuntahan mo? Were you able to do that in 24 hours? So, yan. So, trabaho ng mga defense yan to, if ever this witness will be presented in the impeachment trial, to question, to conduct their cross-examination in order to verify if these allegations in the affidavit is truthful or in accordance with the natural course of things, or natural ba na magagawa yun. Pag sa Laguna, ilang biyahe, ilang oras yung biyahe, 24 hours, hindi ka natutulog, ginawa mo yan. So, yan. And accordingly, ay pinagsasabihan pa yung mga sinasabi pa rito. Respondent also engaged in acts tending to suppress evidence and obstruct legislative inquiry. Under her directive, her Chief of Staff Attorney Zolweca Lopez wrote the COA urging it not to comply with a subpoena ducis tecum issued in connection with the investigation of the House of Representatives on the disposition of the OVP and DepEd confidential funds. Sinasabi raw na may instruction daw yung Chief of Staff na VP Sara na sinasabi doon sa mga COA officers na wag na kayong pumunta sa investigasyon na ginagawa ng House of Representatives, o wag na kayong mag-attend doon sa subpoena. Nasabpinahan sila, wag na kayong mag-attend, sinasabi daw na ganun. So it is suppression of evidence. Yan ang first na article of impeachment. So diniscuss lang po natin yung mga salient features like magkano ang involved, 500 million, but who are now appearing to deny that they were given the money. And yung mga nag-prepare daw ng mga resibo ay parang pari-parehas lang ang penmanship. So parang halimbawa tayo rito, si Cap Wasing, si pangalan na?
Harlan.
Si Harlan at ako. Tatlong resibo. Received by Harlan, received by Peter Wasing, received by Benny. Pero ang nag-receive lang pala ay isang tao na si Harlan. Yun ang sinasabi. And non-existent of recipient. Sabi nila, of all the 1,000 plus, 1,287 na parang recipients of that amount, may mga tao na non-existent, wala sa PSA, like the names of Mary Grace Piatos, yung Piatos na kinakain, Milky si Kuya, at Kukoy Bilyamin, Kukoy. And sinasabi na yung disbursement ng confidential funds was not actually made within 11 days. It was actually 24 hours. Ganon. These funds were disbursed in Laguna and anong tinatawag dito? Saan ba dinisburse daw? Laguna and Quezon City. Ganyan, no? And there were acts committed by the employee or chief of staff of SARA to suppress evidence by preventing or instructing members of the Commission on Audit not to attend to a subpoena issued by the investigating panel of the House of Representatives. Yan yung sinasabi na that BP Sara committed graft and corruption, betrayal of public trust through the systematic misuse, misappropriation, and irregular liquidation of the confidential funds. Yan. Yung Article 1 of the impeachment. Article 2. Ano yung Article 2? Ito. Respondent BP committed culpable violation of the Constitution and betrayal of public trust when she 1. Amassed unexplained wealth manifestly disproportionate to her lawful income and earnings during her incumbency as public officials since 2004 up to this time that she is a vice president. B. She failed to fully and truthfully disclose all her and her spouse assets, liabilities, and net worth in her statement of assets and liabilities and net worth, SALN, including her SALN for the years 2022, 2023, and 2024. Yung SALN naman ito, failure to disclose daw yung correct or truthful assets. And failure to divest and instead willfully continued all her business interests during her tenure as Vice President for the years 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025, and up to this date. So yun ang second article of impeachment. Ano ba ito? Amassed unexplained wealth, disproportionate to your salary or to your income. Yung iba dyan, siguro hindi na nila dinidisclose yung pera nila sa SALN kasi mabibisto. Siguro nasa baul na lang o kaya sa vault yung pera nila. Di ba? Ganun yun. Because if you put it in the bank, andyan na naman yung amlak. Titingnan nila yung pera mo sa bangko or yung transaction ng pera sa bangko. So yun ang mga sinasabi dito sa kay BP Sara Duterte, yung salin niya. Ito, from year 2007 to 2021 to 2024, at least sinasabi na 30 million lang ang dapat pera ni Sara Duterte as a vice mayor, mayor, senator. 30 million lang. Sabi ay disproportionate ito sa mga transactions na pumapasok sa kanilang bank account. Pero ang wala dito, padre, awan met numanuti kwartana je bangko. Awan numanuti kwartana je bangko. It doesn't appear in the complaint. So they have to, the prosecution has to prove nga adati kwartana je bangko nga disproportionate to his income, to her income. Ang sinasabi nila ng dardarom is 30 million daw, more or less, ang dapat nasweldo lahat ni VP Sara as a public official. Kat, mga 30 million lang ay. Mga 30 million lang ay. 2007 up to 2024, 30 million lang. Di sweldo na. As Vice President gamin, 2024, her salary is 4,079,052 pesos annual. Yearly diay nga sweldo ni Presidente, Vice President, 4 million yearly. So sino nga tiket na nga businessman nga Vice President? Oray kunana, oray bagyo neta, deta 4 million kita ti kwalang neta manunga bulan niya. So ito yung sinasabi ng prosecution na yung salary ni Sara 30 million lang since 2007. At ngayon, hindi naman nila nasabi kung magkano na ang pera ni BP Sara. Sabi nila, may transaction involving billions of pesos in her account and the account of the husband. So that allegation has to be still proven.
Okay.
And kunada ni Vice President Sara kat he did not divest or she did not divest yung mga interest niya sa mga businesses. Halimbawa, sinasabi dito that she is a stockholder. Sabi dito, aside from her accumulated salary as a public official, respondent also declared various companies and or business interests in her SALN, which may constitute additional sources of income. Metro City Chow Foods Corporation, GenCorp Industries, Carpio Lawyers, 88 Bistro, Kale 88 Foods Corporation, Madaya Fisheries Corporation, Mati City Ice Plant and Cold Storage, Amianan Shores Incorporated, Geometry Security Investigation. Tiket da nga sa uwan. Ada pa Taipan, Royal Taipan Corporation, Davao Emerging Taipans Corporation, at iba pang mga korporasyon. Sinasabi nila na based on the financial audit daw ng mga itong korporasyon kung saan si VP Sara ay may business interest, hindi rin daw lalaki ng 30 million ang kita niya sa isang kita niya. At yung base dito daw sa kanyang SALN report ay umaabot na in 2017, in 2024, 88 million yung nailagay niya na net worth niya. Net worth as against yung income niya as a official from 2007 to up to date. That is supposed to be 30 million only. Plus yung mga income niya sa mga korporasyon na mga 30 million din. May disparity daw doon sa nilagay niya sa SALN niya na 88 million ang net worth niya. Kaya padlay. So, income mo from 2007 until today is 30 million. Your income also from your business is 30 million. Now, in-state mo, i-SALN mo nga, net worth mo is 88 million. So, ang dati disparity na nga, 28 million. Apa dyan, 28 million, hangak kinitan nga ta ni Sara diyan.
Alam naman natin na mayaman sila.
Mayaman naman sila. Ay ina. Adik. Iso nga, again, burden of proof de tati kwa. Burden of proof.
Okay. Partner, adalang ti nalagip ko lang inya. Tadagi na basbasa tayo nga 16 to acquit, 7 to convict. Ano yun?
16 to acquit.
16 votes to acquit, 7 votes to convict. Ano yun? Hindi ko maintindihan yun.
16 votes to convict.
No.
Yun ha.
Ay, paano ba yun? 16 votes to
convict.
To convict.
Kasi 2/3 ang kailangan.
Oh.
And 2/3 of 24 members is 16.
Ano yung 7 to acquit?
Hindi ko alam.
Parang meron akong ganun na kuwan eh. Ewan ko kung kay Attorney Larry yun.
Siguro kwan naman yan. Baka it's not literal. It's not literal. 16 votes to acquit,
Oo.
7 to convict. Una na.
Hindi yata baliktad. Parang 16 votes
To convict. To convict.
to convict.
To convict.
7 votes to acquit.
Wala na yung 7 votes.
Wala nang ganon.
Wala nang ganun. Kasi
So, pinag-usapan lang natin, yung 16, makuan siya, makonvict siya.
convict siya.
Kapag ka 15
15,
votes,
wala. Wala.
acquitted siya.
Acquitted.
So, yung botos nga lower than 16 get acquitted.
Acquit siya.
Okay.
Ibig sabihin, ito ang question. Nung ay Duma, ket abstain sila. Sabi nila,
So, pwede yung ganun.
pwede naman eh.
Okay.
Oo.
So, kung nag-abstain ng 3, wala na.
Oh.
Ganun ba yun?
Ano yan? Ako nam.
Abstain.
Nung nag-abstain jay,
3.
ket
Wala na. Tapos na. Saan manggagaling yung 16?
ay wala talaga. Nung nag-abstain, walang kwan yun eh. Walang boto yun eh. Meaning, undecided ka.
Oo.
Undecided. Oo. So, yung abstain.
So, sa ngayon, 22 sila. Pag nag-abstain
24.
Oo.
24. Because there are
Oh,
24 members of the Senate.
24 sila, pero yung boboto lang 22.
Oh.
So, nag-abstain ng 7. Wala na. Wala ng 16 pag nag-abstain ng 7.
Pag nag-abstain yung 7, di wala.
Wala ng 16
Acquitted.
na bilang ano.
Oh, acquitted.
So, sabi dito ni 96, sabi niya, agsaysayang tayo lang ti kwarta ti taxpayers.
So, nga ron.
Awan tumad lang ti mangyari.
Alright. Ni, alas 12 mo tin.
When alas 12. Okay, partner.
So, ito, we'll just, ito pang mga sinasabi, no? Yung mga pera daw na, kuan is, drug-related na mga pera. No? Kita daw
Kanyala.
sa drug trafficking and related offenses, graft and corrupt practices and malversation of public funds.
Okay. Di bali na, partner. At andyan na yung ating kasunod.
Okay. So, ang nabasa lang po lang natin ay yung kwan. Pero basahin pa na natin itong kwan. Article 3 and 4. Kunti lang naman ito. Ito yung Article 3. Respondent VP committed bribery, graft and corruption, culpable violation of the Constitution and betrayal of public trust when she gave monetary gifts or payments to DepEd officials to induce the violation and circumvention of procurement and other related laws. Yung sinasabi na nagbibigay daw ng pera sa mga procuring officers para ma-circumvent ang procurement law. Article 4, Respondent Vice President Sara Duterte committed violation of the Constitution and betrayal of public trust for the assassination by contracting for the assassination of the President, the First Lady, and the former Speaker of the House by making grave threats and by actively inciting sedition against the Republic. Yun ang charges. So we will siguro discuss yung other hindi pa na-discuss next meeting. So,
Okay. Partner, ang mensahe mo?
to all our viewers, Ricky Antonio Rumnik Andaya, Beverly Castro, Maris, Jules Palasi, Dimler Kuyan Concepcion, Abnasan, Nancy, and others who are watching, maraming po salamat po sa inyong pag-antabay sa programang ito. Gawi-gawi sa ay Cordillera, gawi sa ay Baguio City, gawi sa ay Seri Joe. Bye-bye. Until next time.
Ang ating oras sa 12:04 na. God bless po sa ating lahat.
Kayo ay nakikinig kay Kapitan Peter Wasing
Sino ka no di?
on 98.7 C Radio.
Taraki kanuya.
Kapitan Peter Wasing, Usapang Legal. Kayo ay nakikinig kay Kapitan Peter Wasing sa Usapang Legal on 98.7 C Radio.
Wala kasi sa ang galing. Basta ka Peter Wasing. Thank you.
Lumay